Okay, so first and foremost, let's hear it. Why are you interested in this 6-month mentorship under yours truly, Joylynn M. Ross, CEO and
Well,
founder of Path to Publishing?
well, I guess for me, my main thing is that I'm interested in developing myself more as a self-published author and a businessman. And I want to grow. And most importantly, I love to have like a mentor, someone I can talk to and gain knowledge in, because there's so much stuff I want to do and want to be able to feel like someone who's in the literary game that I can talk to, that our personalities can connect. I mean, there are some people that who in the literary game, but it's kind of like our our connection. I guess you could say like dating. There's a lot of great men and women out there, but they get together. Sometimes their connection don't work, and so I feel like with my personality, your personality, and your wisdom, I can learn a lot from you. And then there's things that I want to do that I want to share with you that I want your advice or things that you would recommend or suggest. Like if I want to write a book with, like, say, a former NFL player, I can tell you my details. You can tell me your suggestion and advice, and kind of, I mean, like I joke about it, but truthfully, like a therapy session.
Mhm.
Someone I could really, talk to on that, learn more about the business, because, you know, I think what you said, and I always say to people, well, say to myself, I don't really tell too many people my goals and dreams, is freedom. If I'm able to leverage some of the things I want to do, then it can help me out. Plus, too, that I guess now if I do the program or however, then you can kind of talk to me about, hey, or like a guide or somebody that, to make sure I'm on point. Like, Trey, did you do X, Y, Z? And it's like, okay, let me get to it now, because I got somebody to really, you know, put that knife on my neck, be like, you better do it if I get you. So yeah, that's that. And like I said, just though that's just the start far as the stuff I would like to do, someone to connect, someone to guide and mentor me. And I have so many ideas, and from a children's book to other things I got going on. And someone who, like I said, you got your publishing company with different editing services and stuff like that, as far as that connection. So there's just, like I said, there's so much stuff will help me out, because I want to grow. And the things that I'm doing that I could do myself, but it's always good to have someone I can actually talk to.
Yes, yes. I can definitely be your literary therapist, and I have a literary whip too. So, hey.
Okay, Kunta Kinte.
I have a literary whip as well. And what's great, I'm doing this one-on-one, but it's inevitable that I'll eventually bring on team members of the Path to Publishing, our experts, for some one-on-one with a lot of the participants, because I know I've been coined the literary know-it-all, but that's because I want everyone to know it all when it comes to their literary career, their literary business, their options, their value, their worth of their IP, their intellectual property. But my team of experts and industry professionals, you put us all in a room together, we do know it all. We are like the literary A team, a force to be reckoned with. And so that's why I'm always comfortable with coming into this without an agenda. Some people are probably like, well, what if somebody needs help in this area or that area? And we got y'all. So that's what is so amazing about having this level of confidence, that some will come into this program with that confidence. Some will leave not only with that confidence, but with the courage to be able to show that confidence. I want you to be so empowered, so equipped that you don't have to convince people. People will come to you already believing, because they see it. They
And
know
that's and
you
that's the key
exude it.
goal. And that's
Okay.
the key goal. Be able
Yeah.
to get that knowledge. And then if somebody want me to help them with their book, they see what I've done, and I can actually tell them what I offer compared to
Mm-hmm.
everybody else, and
Mm-hmm.
to help them to grow. because I know how to grow. And that's the key thing. I can't really teach you how to really grow. I can teach you how to create a book. I can't teach you how to grow unless I do it. And then once I do it and the word gets out around, then it's easy for me to teach and leverage compensation, so much other stuff.
Right, right. Hi, Miss Green. How are you?
Hi.
Welcome, welcome, welcome. So you might recognize Trey. I believe Trey was at the Act Like an Author, Think Like a Business conference the year you were. But I know I have y'all so mesmerized by all that information I share with y'all. Y'all might not have been able to take y'all's eyes and ears off me, but but yes, Shamika, Trey was just sharing with me what drew him, attracted him to this program, why he wants to be a part of this program. Do you mind sharing the same for yourself?
Oh, yeah. So
Okay.
first of all, anytime that you can connect with the goat, you better go for it. So when you sent the email, it was like, that's a no-brainer. I mean, so because at the core, somebody has already laid the foundation. And so when you touch and connect, it helps the girl on the other side on the door. So if I can touch and connect to you, and then I'm going to help my whole tribe, it just makes sense. So for me, it's a no-brainer.
Awesome. Well, thank you. I really appreciate that. And then I see Miss Shanita over there. I know you ready. I know you ready.
I am so ready. I have been waiting for this all my adult life. Yes, yes.
Yeah. So I think I already know, Shanita, what brought you to this program, but what is your interest? What drew you to this program when you saw that I announced it? I've never done anything like this before. So it's not even like we have a track record with the mentorship program. So why were you just like, okay, I'm there, I'm in, I want to be a part of that? What drew you to that?
Because I've wanted your one-on-one forever, and I knew that this would be the only way to get it with you, not nobody else, but you. And you set me on fire. You keep me going. And I jumped on it because I have a book that's been in my heart for a very long time that I keep starting. I'm serious, I'm not. I'm serious, I'm not. And I'm really ready to just get it done. And December was just the perfect time. I'm ready. July to December, I'm ready to focus. I got myself organized and I'm ready to go. We're going to get this done. We're going to get it done.
Yes, 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 we are. Absolutely. And I'm so excited for you. And this really feels good because everybody who's ever worked with me in any capacity, you all already know that you're both the student and the teacher. We learn from each other. Everybody comes with a level of experience and expertise. We're all experts, okay? And so that's just the one thing I want to make sure everybody knows in here is that everything you bring to the table, be willing to share. That's how we all grow. And that's really how these group mentorships and you hear masterminds and cohorts, that's how they become successful when we decide, okay, it doesn't matter who's cutting the check. Nobody's working for anybody. We're working with each other. You will have one-on-one time with me. 75% of it will be one-on-one time with me. But we do have experts at Path to Publishing in absolutely every area. And if I ever deem that someone is just better equipped to serve you in an area, I may set you up or do an introduction with that one-on-one. For example, we have experts who people have a thought and idea, and we have a program within 12 hours, we take your thought and idea or even your book, or we take the thought and idea and turn it into both a book and a course. And it's a 12-hour program. It's 12-hour sessions. So some people, they just have the thought and idea and they know they want to teach it. They know they need to teach it, but they also know they need an extension. And so we have an expert. That's her gift. We have people who are just really, 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 really good at doing things. We have people who are gifted, and we have people who are anointed. Those are three different things. You'll soon learn if you don't already know. But they're all amazing at what they do. And so we have individuals who, can get you unstuck and not just writing. So I'm not talking about writer's block, because for one, there's no such thing as writer's block. It's called you block. You're always in your way. If there's a halt, if there's something going on, it's a you block. And we have different exercises we do to unblock you. Again, whether it's writing or whether it's just moving forward, like you said, Shanita, you stop, you go, you're excited, you're all in, you're not in. So just really finding out what is that blockage is it fear of failure? Is it fear of success? And not doing it scared. Doing it scared contradicts the word I believe in. Not here to preach or put my beliefs on anyone, but it contradicts what I believe in. So we don't teach you to do it scared here. We work you through getting through the fear so that you do it with confidence, so that you do it with courage. People, if you want people to believe their message, you have to believe your message, and you have to believe you are the right person to be delivering that message. So yes, this program is to help you with the writing process. It's to help you with the publishing process, the business process, whatever aspect of this journey that you need help with achieving in order to reach your personal measure of financial success, literary success, writing success, publishing success, business success. That's what we need to tackle and cover during this 6-month period. And that's the first thing we do in day one. It's a lot of mindset and exercises, really getting to the core of your goals. I know people get tired of the why, but it is so very important, but not just the surface of a why, but the core of a why. When you're talking about a why, you're talking about peeling the layers like an onion, getting to the core. Most time when you've truly gotten to the core of your why like an onion, you are in tears. You are in tears. Why? Because it is so huge. It's so much bigger than what you thought. So much bigger than what you thought. Your purpose, your mission, your goal. But so that's the first thing that we absolutely tackle. Miss Booker, yes, I see Miss Booker coming in to join us as well. Thank you so much for joining us, Miss Booker. Everyone just took a moment to share why they're interested in being part of this program. When you all saw me announce it, what drew you to this program and made you want to be a part of this? You can unmute, Michelle. I don't know, maybe she's not. Oh, okay.
Hey, sorry, I had some background noise. I was running away. I'm
Okay.
super duper excited. Hi, everyone. Sorry I'm late. I have, followed some of your work, and I was excited, and I've been writing, and I kind of got to a stuck place of releasing the work, and I saw that, and I knew that was the answer for me.
Well, good for you. So tell me why you're here for just, we don't have to run it down. That's something we'll work through if you decide to join the program. It's something we'll work through in our first session in July. But when you think about this is the answer to what? What do you want to gain from this?
Well, I want to publish my work instead of having it kind of just sitting at my computer, and to see just what other opportunities I have to monetize off of them, what other maybe businesses or, that can come about it. Just really been brainstorming, trying to see what else so I could be that get off of the 9 to 5 and write, do what I love.
Yes. So do you have anything published as of yet?
No, not yet.
Okay, well, all right then. Okay, so you have been scoping. You have
Yeah.
really been. I always say, don't wait for your book to get ready for your book. You're definitely someone who has been really investigating and doing your due diligence with this process so that you could do it right the first time. Did I get that
Yes.
right? Okay.
Yes, yes, yes.
Okay, awesome. So is it safe to say, everyone, that for the most part, you're not just here for one portion, not, just the writing portion, publishing, but really the overall literary journey, the business side, the craft, the accountability, making sure that, again, you are doing it right the first time. Is that safe to say?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm just trying to just I wrote 2 books, a nonfiction and fiction. So just want to, I guess, get more educated more in the field. I know there may be things I've done, but could have did better that I didn't know or didn't realize, or things I could have leverage a partner with.
Mm-hmm.
Because even right now, I was working on my 3rd book, but had to take a pause because me and the wife had a baby, so I had to kind of chill, do daddy duties. I'm first time dad, so now I'm trying to get things together. So
Well,
Congratulations.
yes, congratulations.
yeah,
All
What'd
the
you
more reason.
Do you have a girl or a boy?
I have a girl.
Oh, that's even better.
Yeah.
Celebrate my first Father's Day this weekend, so I had to kind of chill from the book and learn how to be a dad. So yeah.
Oh, you
Yeah.
got me in tears. Oh.
Sweet. That's a book right there.
It
Oh,
is.
what? Oh, I got at least 2 in my mind. I thought about putting those in, but so much ideas. I just got to, take the time. Oh yes, the stuff I
Mhm.
learned, like jaundice and women bodies and first trimesters, all this stuff. Like, ooh, I need to.
Well, all right now. And what's so great, when I have all of these ideas, and what we automatically tend to do is we automatically tend to think, oh, I'm gonna write a book about this. I'm gonna write a book about that. And we write our notes and we shelve it, not realizing we live in a world of content. You don't have to write a full-length novel. Go put that thought, ideal concept on Medium's platform, which I do that quite often, and I get paid from Medium. You only have to get 100 followers in order for Medium to start paying for your articles. Those of you who attended the Act Like an Author, Think Like a Business conference, that's one of the resources I share with you on day 3, to be able to create streams of income. But those thoughts, those ideas, those concepts, write an article about it and pitch the article, whether you're getting paid to put it in a publication or you get to list your byline for a publication that has 20,000 readers. Those are ways to get those ideas out instead of putting them on your computer saying that's going to be a book one day. That's going to be a book one day. Share those thoughts and ideas now. We are writers, so we can write every day, even though we visualize it or we see it as a full-length book. Blog about it. Before you know it, you could turn that entire blog to a book. But at least get that idea, implement and execute that idea and that thought. Give it life, or otherwise your creative mind can become so cluttered, so overwhelmed. I like to social distance my thoughts, my ideas, because as creatives, they're nonstop. As creatives, our thoughts, our ideas, our characters, whether we're writing fiction or nonfiction, because even when we're writing nonfiction about our lives, there's some characters in there too. But they don't care about life happening. I know you know this firsthand, Trey. Your characters, your thoughts, or ideas, they don't care that the baby's diaper need change. They want your attention now. They're talking, and then you've got the kids talking, the spouse talking. So all of this is going on our heads, and we have to learn to social distance those thoughts and give them the attention that they need, acknowledge them. And instead of always thinking everything has to be this book, and we write down that concept, which is amazing, and we table it, and before we know, we have 10 unfinished projects on our computer. Share them now. At least get it out and then develop it over time. But those amazing ideas that you just said, Trey, I can see reading those on Medium. I can see reading those on LinkedIn, Substack, all the different types, your own personal blog.
Yeah.
Yes, your own personal blog, a vlog, starting a YouTube channel just for that. So that's something I want us to start, thinking outside of the box. I like to call myself the box cutter. People love to put artists and writers and authors in a box. Well, my job is to be the literary box cutter and cut you out of that box. So no more think, oh, this will be a great book, writing down the ideas, putting it on our computer, write about it. Take a pause, write about it, and then share some aspect of that. And then some things are just meant to be a blog. Some things are just meant to be an article. But again, if you have the curriculum to the Make a Living as a Writer course from day 3 of the conference, you have tons of resources of magazines and different magazines and journals that you can actually pitch your story ideas where they will pay you. They'll pay you per word, or they'll pay you a flat link. But when it's sitting a flat out rate, but when it's sitting on your computer, it's not making any money and it's not benefiting the rest of us. It's like our food and you're starving us. So I know we haven't even started this, but y'all have homework. This is just the informational session. I'm already giving y'all's homework. Go pick a day, whether you have to go to the park, whether you put everybody else out your house and you turn it into like your own little writer's retreat, or you go get a space or just whatever. And I want you to go through your computer. And I want you to go through all of those projects you started, all of those thoughts and ideas and concepts where you said would make a great book and they've just been sitting there. I want you to gather all of those. And every single month, I want you to take one of those and do something with it throughout this program. Every single month, I want you to take something with that and do something with it throughout this program. Even if you say, well, I just want to journal these things for now. Maybe I don't want to make them public. Then go out to the dollar store or Five Below and get you that journal just for this. But every 6 months, one of those thoughts and ideas that's collecting dust, I really want you to do something. The goal is I want you to share it publicly because I want you to start seeing how you can begin to build yourself as a resource, how you can even use those things to begin to create income from ideas that have been sitting on your computer. And as you see your growth and you can celebrate each month, I did that. Then for those books that you have, Shanita, that you've been trying to get out, you go, I can do this. I can do this. And sometimes that's just what you need to re-energize yourself from the writing of your full-length book. You need those little timeouts to go write something different, to get your mind off of that subject matter, and then you come back fresh, ready to go. Does that make sense?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so y'all already got homework. Whether y'all get in this program or not, I'm gonna work y'all.
Accountability partner. And my name is Kunta Kinte.
Stop it. Stop it. Okay, so like I said, I literally did not come with any charts, bullet points, PowerPoints and all of that stuff, any preconceived things that I want to cover during this mentorship program. I truly want it to be spirit-led. I only want to focus on what is going to benefit and serve you and add value. And so I would like for each of you to share me 3 things that you would like to focus on, and that can be covered during this 6-month time, whether we do it as a group or whether we do some as a group, some individually. Once the program starts, we'll have breakout rooms. And again, sometimes I may bring in team members to maybe share some tips or do a presentation about positioning yourself for the media, about being the media, about creating your own media things of that nature, while I have a one-on-one with someone in a breakout room, because that may be the only person in which that topic aligns with their dreams, visions, and goals. So we will cover them though. So Trey, you were the first one here. So let's start with you. What are at least 3 topics you want to cover during our mentorship session? And again, this can be personal. This can be, I have a business idea. And if you don't mind if other people hear it and are able to give you their input, almost like a mastermind, that's great. We tend to learn so much from each other. We get ideas from each other like, wow, maybe I can implement and execute that and do that for myself. So whether it's something you decide we can work through as a group, or something you say, let's hop over in a breakout room for a one-on-one, or can we have an after office hours one-on-one or something like that. So what are 3 things that you absolutely know you want to cover, to address, to work through, to get information on during this 6-month mentorship program?
Okay, I know one is to strengthen up myself as a self-published author. So what the things I've done now, I get to review what I've done now, but what can I do better? What would it take to be a better writer? To establish a team. I know you had taught that as far as the thing like an author section, but more of how to do that, and then just how to get, I guess, more money, more like the memes, just things that can help me out, that I can learn and teach. So once I can do it myself, I may be able to teach others. But of course, as I spoke to you earlier, for me to help others, I need to make sure I can do it myself, and do it not just well, but do it excellent.
Amen. Okay.
Great. Someone got a collection plate?
That's that's good. That's good. Okay. Mimi.
Yes. So what I jot down in the beginning was I wanted to expand my voice and my pockets. So my biggest thing is that I have to stop playing with my gift. The gift is not the issue. The creative side is not the issue. The issue for me is hiding behind it and just being like, oh, I'm just servicing, but then I'm not making anything from it. And so I don't have a problem completing stuff. It's just that I need to grasp the financial side, that I am worthy of abundance. That is the biggest thing for me. Again, I hold myself accountable with getting stuff done, but it's the financial aspect of it, and not being like, oh, maybe I could just do this, for free, or not really taking it serious that it's okay for you to be blessed for your gift. So I need to get that out of my head. And so, yes.
Why do you think that is? Why do you think that you have a hard time putting a price tag on the service you provide?
Oh, so the biggest thing has been, like, of course, rooted in fear of abundance, because I've come from a place where people didn't get to the point that I'm at. So being here often will look scary, because it's like, like, I can really do that. And so just getting that out of my head of, listen, you're just a generational curse breaker. Step into it and do it, but it is rooted in that of like, oh, should I do that? And again, just knowing that I am worthy of that. And I don't have to just take scraps, and hide behind, again, the idea of you shouldn't be charging for stuff,
Mm-hmm. And what I tend to do, I used to be in, we talk about something we love, and we mock other people. I would do that whether I got paid or not. That's not my testimony. It's simply not my testimony. It's not something that I put out there, because whenever I say that, I think of how selfish I'm being to my family.
Mm-hmm.
I love what I do. I don't need more money. I think about how selfish I'm being to my family when I say that. That's about me, but I brought my children onto this earth. I want to do everything that I possibly can to keep them from struggling, to keep them to keep them focusing on the things that matter in life. I don't want my children to come out of college with debt. I don't want
Right.
to do that to them. I want them to be able to focus on their studies at hand. I want them to be able to focus on the organizations and yes, even the college parties. I want them to be able to live life. I want them to get talked about and talk about somebody else and break up friendships. I want them to be able to focus on experience in life, not struggle.
Yeah. But see, that's the thing of unlearning that of like, and I talk about this with my own therapist of just needing to do that too, of like, everything I do doesn't have to be attached to a struggle, but when you have to unlearn. So I'm unlearning all of that stuff because it looks like you got to hustle, struggle, nonstop because your value is like determined about what you can do or your capability. So that is my issue that I want to unlearn and work through.
I used to think it was cliche when you'd watch movies and they always have a picture of their family on their desk. That's actually something I tell my clients to do, or your parents. Whenever you think for 1 minute you're not worth it, they are. Even if you don't believe you are worth it. I'm not even going to say, get over that hump that you're working, get over that hump. Your parents are. There's a day that we sometimes have to end up taking care of our parents, getting them the right care, treatment. There's sometimes we'll have to end up, we always have to take care of our children. Right. There may be a friend battling an illness that her insurance doesn't cover. Even if you don't think you're worth it, put that picture of your family, your best friend, your parents on their desk and know that even if you aren't, they are.
Yeah.
Because getting over self-worth and value, that's a process. And life is short. We ain't got that kind of time. We ain't got that kind of time. So I'm not going to work with you about self-worth. But I know your babies is worth something. I know your spouse is worth something. I know your parents is worth something. I know your best friend is worth something. I know your favorite cause and charity and getting the right person in the White House is worth something.
Absolutely.
Where's the collection plate?
I'm looking at this picture right now on my desk of the kids from Emma's house.
So even if you don't think you are worth it, somebody else is. Something else is. When we get into the business of writing, when we get into the literary industry, I just remember for decades, I would hear the guru saying, don't get into this business unless you love it. Don't get into this business unless you're passionate about it. If you don't love writing it, you don't do it. But I mean, all of that trash, trash, because you do not have to be passionate about writing. You do not have to like writing. You do not have to love writing. You do not have to love the process. You don't even have to write. At Path to Publishing, we have ghostwriters. We have book coaches who will write behind your thoughts, ideas, concepts, or write for you. You don't even have to write. So you do not have to be passionate about that. What you have to be passionate about is the result of what you put out there. The result, the change, the difference it's going to make in other people's lives, the impact it's going to make on society and the world, the lives it's going to touch, alter, change, and even save. That is what you have to be passionate about. You don't have to be a writer to be the author of your own story, and we all have one. So whenever you find yourself battling with the whole self-worth, is this worth it? Am I worth it? Is this book business worth it? Remove yourself from it, because none of this is about you anyway. Absolutely none of it is about you anyway. So if you can remove yourself from the equation, you will move forward with ease. You will move forward with ease. And so keep that family picture on your desk. A lot of times, I keep mine even when I'm traveling on the plane, going to events, going to speaking and teaching engagements, flying here, flying there, across the world, tired. Like, why am I doing this? Is this really worth it? Am I worth it? Am I worthy of what they're even paying me to do this? I pull out the picture of my kids. I pull out the picture of my spouse. I pull out the picture of me and my friends, location freedom, over somewhere traveling, because I've taken control of my intellectual property, my thoughts, my ideas and concepts. And remember, every business starts with a thought, an idea, and a concept. Every book starts with a thought, an idea, and a concept. So our books, our thoughts, ideas, our stories, our testimonies, our messages, our systems, our strategies, whether it's fiction, nonfiction, it's a business. And we have to treat it as such. And every business serves. Every business serves, and every business is about the customer. It's about the client. It's about the audience. If you have to sum up what a brand is, that's what a brand is. You can come up with color schemes and everything and logos and think that's the brand, but the brand is actually people's experience with you, how they perceive you, their connection with you, their relationship with you. What's successful sales and marketing? Relationships. 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 And so when you remove yourself again, go in circle from this equation, and you put before you who this is really about and what your true assignment really is, it does get easier. It really does get easier. Because again, even if we don't feel like we're worth it, somebody else is worth it. And a lot of people think you got to believe in yourself first. If you don't believe in yourself, nobody else will believe in you. That's trash too. That's trash talk. If you don't believe in yourself, nobody else is going to believe in you. You have to believe in yourself first. There's many people I work with who didn't believe in themselves. They borrowed my belief in them. Borrow mine. If you ain't got it, borrow mine. I believe.
All right, then.
I believe.
I know.
Borrow mine. I got enough. So yes, y'all got this. Then we're not going to do it scared. We're going to do it because it's our assignment. We're not going to do it in fear. We're not going to fear success, and we're not going to fear failure. It just is. It just is. It's just moments along our journey. It's just moments along our journey. We all have our personal measure of success. What some people feel is a failure is somebody else's measure of success. I could ask two different authors, what's success for you? Selling 500 books. And then you have another author, I've only sold 500 books. See? So what is success and failure anyway? But that's something else we'll get to. That's something else we'll get to. But that's just one thing I want to just, tackle before you even get into the program. Because those are things, it really is, we're creative. So of course, everything is about mindset. We're creatives. Our energy, our spirit, that can make us or break our day. That's why I can't check emails and voice messages and text before I write. I can't be pulled out of that space. So I typically do the writing that I have to do before I check an email, before I check a text, before I go on social media. I want that fresh, raw text content to just really flow. And so typically that's first on my to-do list is getting my writing done. And if I do have to wait until the evening, it's when the house is silent. It's when everybody's asleep in bed and it's just me and all of my thoughts. So, Miss McNeil, how are you?
I'm good, Miss Joylynn. I'm so sorry I'm late. I was like, oh
No,
my God,
you're fine.
what time is it?
You're fine. Now, we've already all gone around and shared why this program, interests you. Why, when you saw that I shared this program, you were like, okay, I got to be a part of that. I want in this program. What about this program made you want to be part of it?
Well, because I loved you since I was 15. I've
Love
been
you
working since I
too.
was a teenager. So like you're like the guru as far as like it's what inspired me to write. Reading your books when I was a teenager, like it showed God showed me like, you're just as, you have that gift just as much as she does. So that was really an inspiration. Like, and I've been writing, and that's how I express myself. I express myself writing before I talk. Like I have to get my ideas out on paper. And when I got the email, I saw it on Facebook first, and then I just was like, oh, I was just like, I'm in, I'm doing it. I don't care what I got to do. I don't care. I'm in it. And I got your email back quickly, and I was just like super geeked. But I'm just excited because in this season, God definitely told me to pick up my pen again because he was like, you got a lot to say. Like me and you got a lot to say. And, having you as a coach, as a mentor, as someone, like I said, I've been looking and watching. I've been watching you since I was 15 and I'm 31. So it's just like, it's almost 15 years, 60 years. I'm excited because you showed me and you taught me, because I watched you even back then, that my story does matter. Like, like we all matter. Like, it's not just, something to say, but it's like, no, we really do as writers have something to say. So I'm just super excited to plug in. And I'm all in. I'm jumping in head first with my faith, but I'm just super excited to be a part of this group. I know God's gonna do some incredible things, and He's gonna show me more of myself as a writer. I think, and that's what He's been showing me for this year. Like, get back to writing. He's been really pushing. Like, Jennifer, let's get back to it. Like, let's get back to it. So, I'm excited.
Good. Okay, so what are 3 things that you want to walk away with this program with, that you want to cover, that you want to be addressed? And it could be something that, you want to share as a group, something we can work through as a group, or maybe it's something that I can bring in one of our team experts, or you and I can go in a breakout session, or even after hours, give you a call and something we can talk about. What are 3 things within 6 months you want to be able to address, tackle, get better at it, remove challenges, blockages? What are 3 things you want to walk away, you are intentional about walking away from this program with?
Yes, ma'am. I am intentional with learning how to share my story with confidence. Not that I've never been ashamed of it, but I really want to learn how to, especially like you taught me, the book as an author, it's a business. And I want to learn how to do it as a business. Like, I want this to be generational for my children. I want to see my family flourish from it, not just ourselves, but do have the opportunity to do different things with my book, like speaking engagements. So I'm excited to learn about how you can teach us, definitely teach me how to be confident and go into different spheres, how to market myself the proper way, like as a boss. Like I said, you're my inspiration, so I want to do it like a boss. And with confidence, like I said, it's not cockiness, but it's like, what you know. Like you can stand there with big dogs and you don't have to feel intimidated. Like you're just as capable. So my thing is confidence. 2, I definitely want to learn how to definitely marketing, because I'm kind of self-teaching myself marketing at the moment, but I really want to learn how to market the right way. Like I said, you've done it for so many years, like I said, so the ins and outs, how to set yourself up on social media. And the way our world is going with media, it's like everything is digital, everything is getting online. So it's like I want to know how to properly reach my target audience. I want to know how to be able to talk to them and so that they can glean from my story and I can be of service to them. It's not just taking money, but it's like I really want to know how to serve them.
Right. Right. Amen. Okay, Ms. McNeil. So tell us, do you have books published now?
I have two that's in the works. They're being edited at the moment. I'm currently writing my fourth one. But no, I only just have one book that's published, but the other two, I'm believing God for around August, September, I can get published because two of them are done. They're just being edited right now. So,
Okay. Okay.
yes,
Woo.
ma'am.
Alignment. I mean, y'all feel the alignment up in this space, okay? I feel like this is perfect because you always pray for that. It's like, okay, when we're doing group, just please give me people who are in alignment so that it's not so far-fetched of what we're working on. So would everyone say that maybe even starting out with the area of writing, kind of focusing on what we have in our hands? Focusing on what we have in our hands, again, any blockages, some self-editing techniques, some how to get through the process. Again, there's no such thing as writer's block, it's you block, and really working through those things that have caused you to pause or not be so committed. And not like you, Trey, you have to pause and be daddy. That's totally understandable. But really getting back in and making sure you stay focused and prioritizing that main book or publication you want to get out, as well as still writing and getting those other thoughts and ideas and concepts out, like I said, in different means, on different platforms, and not just putting them off until this book is finished, but being a writer, you know, being a resource. I always say, be an author. I mean, be a resource before you're an author. That's the first part of marketing. Be a resource before you are an author. And what that means is show people what you have to offer. When people come to your platform, they know they're going to get something. They know you are a resource for ABC or XYZ. You know, make it cohesive. You know, cohesive. Does it have to be writing related? No, but you want to keep it theme related. You want to keep it theme related. Think about what your cause is, your missions, something you're writing about now, or a particular genre that you write in, or maybe just tips. It could be tips on etiquette, you know, something that has nothing to do, but you're this resource and people know that they can come to your platform for something. And they love what you have to share. And because they love what you have to say and they love what you have to share, and they know that you wrote a book, they want to see what else you have in that book. So you indirectly are selling your books, but you're not. You're serving. You're being a resource. People know when they come to your platform that you're not always, I'm an author, buy my book. I'm an author, buy my book. I have this, I have that, buy. You're giving, you're sharing, you're dropping gems and jewels. So that's the first part of marketing, is just making sure that you show up as a resource. You're giving, you show up as a resource. So, hello, Miss Jallo, welcome.
Hello, everyone. Hi.
Hi. Now I know you've been working on a book too for some time. So, what about this mentorship program do you find attractive?
Well, for me, the fact that I would be mentored by an author who has more than 20 books to her title, okay, to her actual name, lets me know that she's absolutely an expert in this area and can see me to the finish line. So I would definitely put my trust into someone who has done this multiple times and has done it well, might I add. So in multiple genres as well. So absolutely. Absolutely. That's what attracted me, the fact that a professional who's actually done the job and done it well would be hopeful.
And that's what I like to say, because there's a lot of consultants and coaches who can, share different things and different tasks and techniques, but maybe they've not implemented and executed themselves. It may be something that they learned from either their coach, because all coaches, we all have coaches. So I have coaches, I have literary coaches, consultants, I have business coaches and consultants, I have financial coaches and consultants. So we all have our coaches and our consultants that we learn from, but have we actually implemented and executed? And with me, again, I don't want to follow someone who didn't go through the fire, but only stood back and smelled the smoke. I don't want to go follow someone who is telling me what to do, but not willing to do it themselves. And so that's what I really respect about myself, is that I'm not going to ever ask you to do anything that I haven't done. Some things worked for me. Some things didn't work for me that will work for you. Why? Because we all have different dreams, visions, and goals. There's things that I've done that I said, I shouldn't have done that because it didn't actually line up. It wasn't in alignment with the results I wanted to get. If these were the results I wanted to get, man, that would have been perfect. So a lot of times people think, well, did that work for you? And if I say no, and they're looking, well, why do you want me to do it? Because it will work for you, because again, you have different dreams, vision, and goals. In all of the years I've done this, I've never met two authors who had the exact same dream, visions, and goals for each and every publication. The exact measure of literary success, writing success, publishing success, financial literary success. I've never met two. And so not everything that works for one author will work for the next. Again, it's all based upon what the results you want, your why, your dreams, visions, and goals. And that, again, is why it was so important to have this informational webinar, so that I could hear from you, so that I could make sure moving forward, I can set out our program. I can create and build a program that absolutely gives you what you are here to receive. So that's why, again, you don't see any PowerPoints or anything like that. But I guess for those of you who do not know me, I could have introduced myself, but a lot of people know it's not about me, it's about you. When I say Google me, I'm not being arrogant. I mean, Google me because it doesn't matter about me. I'm here for you. I need to know about you. Who are you? What are your needs and desires from me? So I tell people all the time, Google me. Google me. This isn't about me. This is about you. I don't want to spend time talking about me. But what I do know is that when people are getting ready to cut you a check, they don't want your humbleness. They want receipts. People don't want, I just, I've helped a few authors. No, when people are going to be cutting you a check, they do not want your humbleness. They want your receipts. So I'll give you a little bit of receipts. I'm Joylynn M. Ross, and I started off as a reader. From a reader, I became a writer. From a writer, I became a published author. From there, I became an authorpreneur. From there, I became an entrepreneur, because I took my skills and expertise as an author and I leveraged it. I leveraged that to become an entrepreneur, to build a business, using my books as the foundation for that business. Our book is not our entire business. Our book, our story, is the foundation for our entire business. Every business owner, your first product and your first piece of marketing material is your story. It's your personal narrative. It's your brand story. That is your very first product. That is what attracts people to your brand, and that is what brings customers, clients, readers to your book and to your business. From becoming an entrepreneur, I became a business owner. There's levels to this, y'all, but it can be done. A business owner. That may not be everyone's goals, to create a a business where you have W-2 employees, where you have accountants, where you have attorneys, estate attorneys, trademark attorneys, where you have all these moving parts, where you have project managers. But I'm here to serve on a higher level. We started our publishing imprint, P2P Press. So we're putting out authors' books now. So I needed team members for that. Some of you, which you see me teach at the conference, your name can be the empire. Your name can be the empire. You don't have to think business and do it on the level I'm doing it. I will equip you and empower you to do so should you choose, but you, an administrative assistant and a virtual assistant, or you, an administrative assistant or a personal assistant, can run a 7-8-figure empire, and you can start out by being an author. I started out as a self-published author. I am working with major corporations now. I am in Amazon's Black Business Acceleration Program. I am in Chase Black Pathway. I think it's Black Pathway Advancement. I'm in so many different programs. I am a certified MBE, Minority Business Enterprise, through the WRMSDC. And so I'm positioning myself to work with corporations, to work with banks. I have an assigned small business consultant who works with me from Chase Bank, Amazon, Jeff Bezos. He gave me a representative for 12 months. So yes, when I have issues with Amazon, I have a person I can actually call at Amazon. My items, my books, my products, they're in Prime. So I saw somewhere that I wanted to take my business. And again, that's not everybody's dream, visions, and goals. You can do it as you. Your name can be an empire. And people are like, one name, whose name is an empire? Martha Stewart. A name can be an empire.
I want that too. Just letting you know. I want that too. Okay.
Okay. A name can be an empire. And there's no judgment zone here. There's no judgment zone, whether you want it to be you and your personal assistant and your virtual assistant, who they only work 5 hours a week, and it's you sharing your skills, your gifts, speaking engagements, teaching engagements, lecture. I want some of y'all to graduate to lecturers. I hear a lot of people saying paid speaking. Well, lecturing pays a little bit more. But anyway, we'll get to that later, because you are equipped. Whether you write fiction or nonfiction, there is some area and level of expertise where you can maximize, optimize, and monetize your role as an author. A lot of times people think this only applies to nonfiction authors. It does not. It applies to fiction authors as well. And Path to Publishing, with our traditional publishing imprint, P2P Press, we are proving such. What you'll learn about me is I love when people tell me I can't do something. I will invest every waking hour figuring out how to do it. So I always say, don't let someone tell you what you can't do just because they couldn't figure out how to do it. Oh, there's no money in writing. Oh, you'll never make money with being an author. You'll never make 7 figures being an author. Don't allow anyone to tell you what you can't do just because they couldn't figure out how to do it. I figured out how to do it. We know that J.K. Rowling didn't become a billionaire. Rowling didn't become a billionaire selling books. Right? Do we all know that? She didn't become a billionaire selling books. Anybody want to unmute? How'd she become a billionaire?
All these movies, yeah.
Movies.
I think her books became movies.
Franchise.
Franchising.
There's so many moving parts. Even 50 Shades of Grey. I'm here in the still fabulous Las Vegas, Nevada. When that book came out, when that movie came out, she licensed her name, the 50 Shades, for suites here in Las Vegas. She licensed it. So different hotels would have suites, 50 Shades of Grey suites, and they were paying her I have an author friend who Bic paid $5,000 to use their pens when she signs books.
Wow.
So
That's
let me
what I'm
just
talking
tell
about.
you, the money is not so much as in the book as it is in the book business, in the business you create from that. And all of that comes from serving. When you want to speak, when you want to teach, when you want to lecture, what do you want to do? You want to empower people. You want to equip people with tools, information, and resources that could help them change the trajectory of their life. I am telling you, it's so easy when you remove yourself from this. It's so easy when you remove yourself from this. So there's a lot of people out there saying, I'm not paying anybody to mentor me. I probably will never make more than $250 selling books. There's no big money in this. How am I going to change lives and make a difference? Okay. Again, don't let people tell you what can't be done just because they haven't figured out how to do it. I have figured out how to do it. And my assignment in life is to teach as many people as I can how to do it, because that is what true abundance is. Freedom, 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 freedom. That is what abundance is. I know we like to associate it with money, but it's freedom, 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 freedom. And when you remove yourself from that and you are serving and you are sharing, abundance in so many levels will just take you over. It will just take you over in so many areas. It has nothing to do with your bank account. Nothing to do with your bank account. Now, don't get me wrong, it costs money to move these messages. So we need to make some coins. Don't get it twisted now where I was like, so let's not worry about money, love and passion. No, we're not going to do that.
Just at me, because I feel like Jerry Maguire. Show me the money.
Yeah, we're not going to do that. But you know something that I have learned is when you remove yourself and you go to serve, it's like I don't have to work rooms anymore. When I go to networking events, when I go to different business events and things of that nature, you know, once upon a time, I used to have to work the room. Now, I still do due diligence, and that's something that I'll teach you all over this 6 months. I still do my due diligence before I go anywhere. I am so intentional. That same picture I look at that reminds me why I'm doing this and why I charge what I charge, that's the same picture I look at when I decide whether I'm going to go hit these streets. Do I want to leave them? Do I want to leave my sexy hubby bubby? Do I want to leave my kids, even if they acting up right now? I look at that same picture to determine whether I'm going to go out in these streets. Do I want to be out there? Do I want to be out with them? I'm very intentional. But when I do go, I no longer have to work a room. When you are confident and you know what you know, and you have the courage, because having confidence is just one part of the equation. You have to have the courage to show and use that confidence. But when you have it, the room works its way to you. You don't have to work the room. The room works its way to you. People sense and know you're there to serve and that you have what they need and you don't have to sell it. I mean, I'll be the first to tell you, earlier in my career, I was the first one putting on my glove, having my brothers dance behind me on stage, trying to tap dance and do whatever and moonwalk to get people to believe in me, to entertain. Are you not entertained? You know, trying to get people, I'm the first one. But now, when you know what you know, and you know why you're doing it and how to do it, the room works its way to you. It works its way to you. Not to say there's not work you have to do, that you don't have to prepare yourself, because we all have a promise in our heart. We all have a promise and a dream in our heart, but we have to do some work to meet at that promise, to meet our higher power, our God, whomever it is that we believe in that is a higher power source than us. We have to meet them at that promise. There's work we have to do. And for the next 6 months, we're going to do the work, because when you do the work, it works. When you do the work, it works. I'm an expert. So I don't feel, I don't hope, I don't think, I don't believe that what I'm going to share with you will work. I know it works when you work it. I am not even going to say, well, it might work for some of you. What I specifically share with you will work for you. Don't nobody want to pay nobody for something that might work. I don't take my car to the dealership and they might fix it. You're not getting a check if you might fix it. It has to work. My car has to work. Your books, your career, that is what you put on the road for your literary journey, on the road for literary success. It needs to work. And that's what I am going to equip you and empower you with, the tools, the information, the resources to make it work, so that it has this ripple effect, like some of you were saying, so that when you go to serve and help others, you're giving them the right information so they can go serve and help others with the right information. And so within our 6 months, I'm going to spill a lot of tea. I'm going to spill a lot of tea, or should I say, I'm going to spill the tea or pour the tea, and I don't care who else pours, whoever's cup you pour it into, as long as they drink it, because it will be good stuff. It will be good stuff.
Can I have some now? I got some ice in it right now, so I gotta throw it away real quick. I got some room in my red cup.
Oh, not the red cup. Not the red cup. Okay. All righty. Good one, Trey. So on that note, I would love for you all to go ahead and sign up for this program. It is, again, a 6-month program that starts in July. It is $250 a month. We will have our group mentoring sessions once a month. We'll have our group mentoring sessions, and they will probably be anywhere from 1 to 2 hours, depending on how many people do end up participating. For the most part, it will be me leading, instructing on our topics. But again, depending on how many people who show up, we will have breakout sessions. We may have some of our consultants doing a breakout session on abundance. We have what we like to call an abundance conductor. And so she may be in the breakout room working you through some mindset, and then breaking open and breaking through abundance exercises. We have writing coaches. You may end up being in a room with one of the writing coaches if that's one of the things you want to focus with. We have personal and business development and growth coaches, life navigator coaches, we like to call them. So every area of this journey, personal and business, we got you for the next 6 months, because we want you to excel in every area. We know a lot of business gurus teach about compartmentalization. We teach integration. Life is life. It all flows and runs together no matter how we look at it. So we're not going to tell you compartmentalize this issue, this problem, compartmentalize business, compartmentalize personal, because sometimes things get broken somewhere along those lines, and everybody has this nice little pretty drawer that they're putting stuff in. But if we can integrate it and learn to navigate through this journey by integrating all the amazing, wonderful, beautiful, ugly, good, bad parts of our life, then it just makes the journey so much more. For one, learning, you'll learn so much more. and navigating it will have fewer bumps. I won't say 0 bumps at all. As your literary chauffeur, I will definitely navigate you around the potholes, the pitfall, all of those things. We'll navigate around that. If you're going down, chucking down the road and you run out of gas, I'll definitely refuel you. Accountability, because once your check clears, you're not in the clear. I don't win unless you win, and I'm not too fond of losing. Once upon a time, I used to say, I will push you, I will encourage you, I will press you forward, but I will not drag you. I have dragged a few people.
Joylynn, I have a question.
Yes.
This would be really good for my daughter to join. Is it okay that, like, can she join even though she didn't get to come to this meeting?
Yes, I'm going to share. I'm going to share this link because several people, we had about 40 people reply with their interest. And some of them right off when I set the date said they wouldn't be able to make it, or would the link be available? So I'm definitely going to share this link, and she can definitely participate and join. Again, it starts in July. So with that being said, if anybody wants to go ahead and join now, if you pay it in full, you will get a free ticket to our conference that's taking place here in Las Vegas in July. It's the Act Like an Author, Think Like a Business conference. It's going to be on the 13th and the 14th. So if you pay in full, you will receive that. If you pay in full, you will also receive a copy of the Act Like an Author, Think Like a Business, Ways to Achieve Financial Literary Success book written by yours truly. You will also receive the matching t-shirt and the tote, the Act Like an Author, Think Like a Business matching t-shirt and the tote. You will also receive the Do It Right the First Time, where it's a collaboration that I did with several other industry experts, and we teach you marketing concepts. I particularly share how I sold over 100,000 copies of my children's book, how my children's book, the rights to it were acquired by Scholastic Books, and how it received an American Library Association Coretta Scott King honor. So you'll receive that, and you'll also receive the author's planner. This author's planner, you know how we say our book is our baby? Well, I call this author planner your baby book for your book. Literally, you can maintain the life of your book. I have mine right here. It has, of course, it has the calendar, but more so than the calendar, it has where you can literally document. You can literally document your plans for your book, the life of your book, the journey your book is going on, just like you do with your children in the baby book. Writing project deadline. So all of those projects I said I wanted you to start writing, there's a log in here where you can even keep yourself accountable. Your first draft deadline. When do you want to have the first draft done? When was the first draft completed? So you can monitor yourself and know when you're hitting those marks. The final draft deadline. When was the final draft completed? We also have manuscript tracking log. When you've finished that manuscript, has it gone to the beta reader? The date it went to the beta reader, the date that it went to the editors, editor one for content, editor two for copy, design tracking. When was the exterior design done? When was the interior design done? Your pre-publication book review log. Where did you send it for the book review? How long are they supposed to have the book before they give you the review back? The link where they're going to put the review, literally everything about the book, the book's information, the title, the different formats, the publication date, the other publication dates for the different formats, budgeting, how you're budgeting the publication, and whether this is for your book or if you're a publisher and you're publishing other people's book. This truly is your baby book for your book baby. Say that 10 times fast. Anyway, But this is, it's an amazing to be able to keep yourself on track and accountable. Your post-publication review log, your social media blog and your posting, what platform you're posting, the posting date, the posting time, the posting day, was it a business or personal post? Following the 80-20 rule, more so, about personal, being a resource, sharing some things, being transparent and sharing some of your own personal testimonials and tips, and even to-do lists, things that can help other people out. Again, being that resource. Or was it business, or are you having an event or a workshop or a launch or anything of that nature? And really being able to log what you're posting and how is that affecting your book sales, your book club list, being able to document the name of the book clubs you connect with, their website, their president, the location and number of members they chose your book for book of the month, which book of the month. So even gifts and cards received. You'll receive gifts and cards from your fans, things of that nature, from your colleagues, from your fellow literary artists, and logging those gifts and cards received, and then logging that you sent them a thank you, whether it was a hand note, you sent them a gift, you sent them an email, a to-do list for each month, notes for the back of the notebook for when you go to events and conferences like the Act Like an Author, Think Like a Business conference. And last but not least, a reader contact log. So when you are at your events and you want to just have your log set out so that your readers can just, or the people in the line can go on and fill out their contact information so that you can begin to build your email list. So that's a freebie that you get. So that's if you pay in full. If you pay in full, you get all of those things. And I'm sure I'm missing something because I'm going by my head with that one. So if you go ahead and pay in full, you do receive that information. If you can't pay in full, that's fine. But if you go ahead and pay now for July, then you will still get into the conference at no charge. You will get a free ticket to the conference. And the conference is in person. It's here in Las Vegas, July 13th and July 14th. It's not virtual this year at all. So we can't do hybrid, but if you can, make plans to get here in a month, or you're already here and you would like to take advantage of the opportunity of getting a free ticket to this year's conference, then go ahead and sign up now ASAP. I will put in the chat ways that you can sign up. You can PayPal your $250 to info. This is the email address. You can, let me type PayPal. You can PayPal info@path2publishing.com. So that's info@path2publishing.com, and it's T-O, not the numeral 2. So info@path2publishing.com. You can go ahead and either pay your $250 for July upfront, and you will get a free ticket to the conference. If you cannot make it to the conference, I'll still go ahead and give you the log. I will still go ahead and give you the planner, the book planner log, or the baby book for your book baby. So if you can't make it to the conference, I will give you that instead. But if you can pay in full for all 6 months, then you get that deluxe VIP package with tons of IP. So you can pay, again, PayPal info@path2publishing.com, or you can cash app the $, capital J, lowercase OYLYNN, capital ROSS. That's Cash App. So the Cash App is the $ Joylynn Ross, and the J is capital and the R is capital. So again, you can either pay in full and get the whole VIP deluxe kit, which also includes a free ticket to next month's conference, or if you want to go ahead and at least sign up now, lock in your space and pay for July, pay for your first month, then you will still receive a ticket to the conference. If you cannot make it to the conference, unfortunately, it is not virtual this year. If you can't make it to the conference, I will still go ahead and give you the planner. And of course, I'll send a link to follow up for this video so that you want to replay, get a recap on any of the questions and what this looks like. Again, we'll meet every month as a group. Every month, I'll try to make sure I get dates. I'll kind of do a poll and get dates that works best for everyone. If there's ever a month where it's split even, I will do it twice, but you can only come to one. I will do it twice. We'll split the group. Outside of our group sessions, we will do some email communications. I'm sure I will have information and resources for each of you that is in alignment with what your particular needs are. So everyone will not receive the same information when we're working outside of office hours. Let's just call it outside of office hours, class hours, session hours. And there will be times when I will need, or you will need, to get with me one-on-one. I will share my scheduling link with you, but I don't want you to think that this is 2 hours a month and there's no accountability after that. I will be in your inbox. And I don't know if you saw the first post, I will be doing drive-by phone calls, okay? Sometimes I don't like to warn the world that I'm coming. I just like to show up. So I just like to show up on your caller ID and see what you got going on. Shamika said, pull on me. Oh, I get to drag you. Y'all see that permission? I get to drag Shamika.
For some reason, I had the vision of the movie Boys in the Hood and Ricky running and screaming, Ricky! You drive by, you the one with the shotgun and two folks. Ooh.
It won't be that brutal, I promise you. It won't be that brutal, but like I said, this is the first time I'm putting myself out here to do something like this. And if you don't win, I don't win. This program doesn't win, and I don't take too kind to losing. So I want to make sure that you absolutely receive and achieve what you set out to in this program. I have a quarter of a century of information. I have the literary blueprint. There'll be nothing, there'll be no issue that, or topic or subject matter that you need help with, that you need more information and resources, that you need to accelerate in, that myself, and if I have to call on my team members, will not be able to serve you. We've been doing this so long. Go ahead, Shanita.
Okay, so I'm just gonna be transparent. I am not financially free yet. So
You're not the only one.
when do you need 250 in order for me to be enrolled in the July class? And what day of the month do we need to pay? I need to pay the 250 to be okay.
We need to pay the $250 in order to be in the July program, because we're going to start after the 4th of July holiday weekend. We're going to start that next week, which is July 10th. So you would need to have that paid by July 10th, and then moving forward the 10th of each month. What we do offer on the Path to Publishing website is we offer gift cards. And what a lot of people do, we have people pay for all type of services from us using our gift cards. When it's Mother's Day, when it's Father's Day, when it's their birthday, when it's, you know, a Christmas or any holiday they celebrate, and people say, well, what do you want? They say a gift card to Path to Publishing so I can write my book. A gift card to Path to Publishing so I can go to their conference. A gift card to Path to Publishing so I can pay for my editing. A gift card to Path to Publishing so I can get consulting. So you can, it's almost like a crowdfunding campaign. You let people know. Sometimes you got to go through your Rolodex like, look, this
I
is
was
the,
telling
you.
that for my 50th. Girl, why you ain't tell me that for my 50th?
Yes, and sometimes you get on the call and you share people, you let them know, look, this is my vision. I believe in me. I'm willing to invest in me. I got 5 on it. You got 245, But no, I'm just saying that's an option to share that link with people. On social media, it's almost like running your own crowdfunding campaign. So share the gift card link. Earth, is it possible you can go to the website and copy the gift card? And you know what? I can do it. I'm on it. Let me grab that. I should have had that. I should have had that ready. But I will share in the chat the link. But you can go to our website, www.pathtopublishing.com. And on our menu, it says store. And it's a drop-down menu. So for the drop-down menu on the tab that says store, you go down to gift card. And then when you go down the gift card, it takes you to the page. And you can get the gift card in any increment. And so I'm getting ready to drop the link in the chat. Because this is an investment. This is an investment in your business. And the people who are in our circle, our family, our church, people who just believe and support in us. This is like an investment in your business. And, share that link. When people say, let me know if you need anything, say, was that a matter of fact?
Hey, I got a question as well. I know I was just about to ask you about the date, because I know that second week in July, I know I'm gonna be out of town for that pretty much the whole week from the 11th through the 16th. So I know I may not make it. So I'm just giving you heads up, because I am interested in the program, and like Shanita, definitely got to, check, make sure, get everything right for our business wise, because again, this is an investment. I am interested in the program, so I'm gonna try to commit, at least try to take care, before the 10th of each month. So I may have to do maybe a one-on-one, not just saying this because I always say I want a one-on-one, but just kind of give you heads up that for me, the second week is not as good for me. And then also too, besides the booklet, can I finally get my autograph picture?
Yes, I'll give you an autograph picture.
Okay, hold on. I'm about to faint in the chair now.
But let me just say, the program starts on the 10th, which means you're going to receive your first exercise. We're not going to have our first group session on the 10th because that's the week of the conference. So I'll be focused on the conference. So if you do come to the conference, then that'll be a kickoff and a start for you. But the next week, which is the week of the 17th, that's when we'll actually do our live session on Zoom.
Okay.
But that week, we're going to start off and you're going to have some homework to work on that week. And then that way, when we do our first group session in July, you'll be able to come to the table with that homework.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, definitely won't be able to make it Vegas. I'll be in Houston, but
Okay,
well, cool then. Just want to let you know up front then, so it'll be like, where's Trey at? But yeah.
Okay, so yes, and this, like I said, this truly is an investment. This isn't a hobby. This is an investment. And the richest and the wealthiest people in the world and most business owners, and something I teach at the conference every year, is there's nothing like having dreams, visions, and goals except building them with other people's money. Business owners, movie makers, Spike Lee, He's not using his own money to make films and movies, even though he has money in his bank account. When he ran out of money to make the movie Malcolm X, he went and tapped into his community, into his circle, and he got investors. He did not use his own money. Business owners do not use their own money to build their business. So I don't want people to think, oh my gosh, I don't want to ask people. This is another hurdle you'll have to get over in business, the ask, the big ask in business. So that this is a start. Look, that's another piece of homework. Asking for investors, whether you need it or not. Whether you need it or not, whether you can drop all 12, all 6 months. Try this. Try this. Try getting somebody to support to invest. Make that another part of your assignment.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
So,
I had a question also. Like,
yes.
do you sell? I know the book. I want to say book calendar that you held up. Is that available on your website, or do we have to go to the conference to get it?
That's available on theliteraryexecutive.com. I'll put that in the chat as well. It's
Thank you.
available on www.theliteraryexecutive.com. That's where you can purchase that at. And we have them for authors, we have them for agents, we have them for editors, and we have them for literary consultants. So people who do what I do, or any of you, you're already literary consultants or book coaches or publishing coaches, we have them available for you as well. And they're all geared with information for that specific type of literary executive. We like to call ourselves literary artists, literary professionals, literary executives. So, okay, so I know this went over. I was trying to keep this at an hour, but this was amazing. Just really learning and sharing and hearing from you all. Time really flew by. And this is how it will be in our actual sessions. So again, I'll send a follow-up email to everyone who attended live. For those of you who are watching the replay, shoot me an email at joylynross@path2publishing.com, joylynross@path2publishing.com, to request any of the information that I'm sharing that you may not get in the chat, or if you just have any questions, definitely just reach out to me. And again, I'll definitely share the link with all of you who are attending live. You want to rewatch it, do a recap, have any questions. But for the most part, I'm going to take everything you all shared with me and begin to put topics together for each month, as well as begin to draft some personal subject matters that I would like to do one-on-ones with you all, or pair you with some of Path to Publishing's literary experts, literary companions, and literary industry professionals to work with you to make sure that you achieve your goals and you get out of this program what you came to get. I will definitely give you the ball. It's up to you to take the three-pointer and hit. So that's all I got. Anybody have any more questions before we end the session? You're on mute, Trey.
Oh, I'm definitely good. I actually sent you a picture of my almost 8-month-year-old, so I just sent you an email.
Okay.
And then of course, if I have any questions, I definitely will email you. And for the email, did you get it directly, or would that be one of your virtual assistants?
I will get that one directly. I will
Okay.
get Joylynn Ross at Path to Publishing directly. I do have an email assistant, because I get email anxiety. I have so many different email addresses. Sometimes I just get email anxiety. So she goes through all my emails first. And, just to make sure if there's any fires or anything she needs to put out, anything that she can handle on my behalf, She handles that. My team knows that I don't want to hear about the problem. If you can fix it, fix it. I never want to hear about it. We'll talk about it in a meeting when it's resolved and everybody's happy. Unless you really need me to come spit on that fire, I don't want to know about it. So I do have an email assistant, but I do receive those personally, and I will be replying to those personally, especially with this program. This program and the MBA in Publishing program, those are programs where it's always communication with me. No handlers, as some people like to call them, and no assistants. It's directly with me.
And no
This is
gatekeepers.
personal.
Just you, yes.
Yeah, this is personal. Like I said, this is personal. Michelle, any questions?
No, ma'am, I don't have any questions. I am just full. I just kind of feel like I found that thing. I know it's time and I'm excited and I'm just grateful. Thank you so much for doing this.
Awesome. Awesome. You are so welcome. You are so welcome. Well, thank you all. I'll make sure I get the link out to you. You all have my email address because you emailed to let me know I'm interested. So I got you on my list. It's a good list. And I will be in touch. And I hope that I will see you all in July at the conference and or in the 6-month mentorship paid program. So thank you all very much again for your time. And I look forward to working with you and serving you and equipping and empowering you to accelerate in your literary journey and your literary career.